All right, Susan writes in. She asked, let's see, watching your videos for quite some time. Now I have a question. What is the best way to take money out of a 401k? She's over the age of 59 and a half, and move it to another brokerage account without paying taxes. In summary, the expense ratios of the 401k funds are higher than I can get in an account like Betterment. All right. I laugh at this because I literally had this. I'm going to read to you what I could not believe I screwed this up. My man Bill had emailed me, and I I could not believe I screwed it. I was like, "Woo!" Now let me read this to you because this is actually kind of funny. Let me go to Bill here real quick if I get it right here. So, I gotta go to trash. Hold on a second. There we go. So Bill writes in, Josh, I've been mulling around this a bit. How can I move my traditional TSP into my Roth without paying tax? And then he said, LOL. He said, or are you checking to see if I'm paying attention? I get that. But then he said, LOL. So I didn't answer that part. He asked me some other stuff. I didn't answer that part because I thought I was joking. But he emailed me again. He said, my original question, how can I move my traditional TSP to my Roth without paying tax? And I said, you being serious? I thought you were joking. How do you move money from your TSP to a traditional TSP to a Roth without paying tax? And he said, serious about Hornet. See what you had emailed before. And I was like, oh, man. Anyway, so he sent me my email, what I forwarded him before, and he says, and I said right here, I'm not going to find it while I'm on the thing here. I'm not going to find it. Anyway, anyway, yeah, I'm not going to find it. I guess I did tell him that in an email. I couldn't believe it, as I hoped. And I told him, I said, whoa, I'm glad you didn't act on that. That would have been bad news. Woo. I said, yeah, I can't believe I emailed that. That could have been bad if he followed through. Definitely can't transfer TSP to a Roth or brokerage account without paying tax. And he says, that's all good. Whew, that was scary. So anyway, I'm not sure how I must have been drunk. Drunk on love for Jesus. That was creepy. I usually don't make mistakes like that. That could have been a big mistake. Where I emailed myself. Anyway, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, so going back to old Susie Q here. For some reason, she likes Texas. I just tell by her email. Anyway, you can't move your 401k into a brokerage account without paying tax. But you can move into your 401k into a brokerage account if the brokerage account is an IRA, Susan. All right? So what's happening here is you have your money over at 401k provider. You want to do what's called a direct rollover. You're directly rolling over your employer plan, your 401k, directly to an IRA. And you can have a brokerage account in that IRA. It's no big deal. You can open at Schwab. That's what I have. I have a brokerage account in an IRA at Schwab. I rolled my USAA 401k directly to my Schwab account, and that's, again, a direct rollover. Went from USA 401k to Schwab IRA. No taxes due in that. It's a direct rollover. Now, there is what's called an indirect rollover. I don't think people do this very much. It used to be in the old days they did this quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit, 30, 35% of the time. I don't think this happens very much anymore. But anyway, an indirect rollover is when the 401k provider says, we're not sending the money to anyone but you. We're going to send you a check. It's going to say, payable to Susie Q for $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that if you can avoid it, because that is a 1099 distribution. Even if you do a direct rollover, you're going to get a 1099. It doesn't matter. But what happens is in an indirect rollover, you get the money. Sometimes they withhold the taxes automatically. Not good. Part two of this is, if you have an indirect rollover, a check, you have 60 days. This used to be the rules. I don't think they've changed. To put that money back into another retirement account, IRA. And if you don't do it, you're taxed on the whole kit and caboodle, the whole $1 million. Not good. Indirect rollovers suck, man. Don't do that. Anyway, so I know this is confusing. A direct rollover. Your money from your 401k is going directly to your IRA at Schwab. That's called the direct rollover. Never comes to you. Now, it will be a 1099 distribution form that you'll get from the 401k provider that says we distributed this money but they'll get I think it's a 54.98 from Schwab, which says they received the money, if that makes sense. So as long as those two things offset, you're fine. 54.98. I'm almost positive that's what it is. Anyway, it's a 1099 from the company that's sending you the money. It's a 54.98 to the company that's receiving it. All right, that's a direct rollover. As long as those two things matches, in terms of $1 million from at point A, $1 million to point B, you're fine. If it's an indirect rollover, they're going to send you the check. All right. And again, you receive this check, you got $1 million. Like, oh, I didn't want this, but it won't even be $1 million. They'll probably withhold 20%. So you have $800,000, and then you take that over to Schwab. You say, hey, Schwab, I need to roll this into my IRA. It's an indirect rollover, and as long as you've done it within 60 days, you'll get the money back from the taxes you paid once you fill out your taxes. What a pain in the butt that is, though. I'm telling you, man. How many people have forgotten to put the money back into an IRA within 60 days and just got stomped on taxes? Anyway, so we want to avoid the indirect rollover. So you're doing a direct rollover. Hope this helps. I know this is a long-winded answer to a very easy question, but given the fact that with my man Bill there, I screwed up. I was like, dude, how did I freaking drop that ball? I must have been drunk. And literally, I've had no alcohol has touched these beautiful, beautiful lips, or these pearly white, pearly yellows, since May 25th, 1997. So the only thing I was drunk on love for my dogs, my family, or Jesus, or God. That's it, man. But, I could have royally screwed that up for old Bill. All right, love your thoughts. We'll see you.